This is probably going to be the worst speed build video or speed decorate video you will ever see. So let's just get straight into it, shall we? Now, so this is essentially a new series I'm doing on my channel where I'm trying to teach myself how to build, because I've never really built in The Sims, which sounds kind of silly because that's kind of the whole point of the game. But I always just download other people's builds or just use the base game builds. I know. So I'm trying to stop doing that, and I'm trying to teach myself how to build. Now, let me tell you, there's a different episode of a speed build of me actually building the house. Now, I did change a couple of things in this episode, or this, while I was decorating, essentially, I did change some of the stuff. Look, I do not like this house, and I just don't like it at all. Now, some of the bedrooms I do like, okay? It's not all terrible. It's not all that bad, but most of it isn't great. So I almost didn't post this. I almost didn't even post the speed build to begin with. But I feel like it's important that I post these things now so that when I'm actually good at it, it's like we can look back at this and laugh together. So let's just hope I get better at this. Otherwise, I'm going to look back on this a year from now and just be sad about the fact that I have not improved my building skills as of yet. So I did actually originally try to start with the ground floor, and it just was not working for me. I did end up changing the layout quite a bit. So then I ended up just starting on the second floor. Now the second floor took me, I want to say, almost 2 hours to do. I was just really, really nervous to be filming, and I actually was filming a voiceover at the same time I was building, but I decided not to use that because half of it was me just second guessing everything I do ever. And that's just kind of lame to watch. So at least we can watch it together, both knowing that what we're about to see probably isn't that good. Now, also the end result, the windows I used, I hate. But I've decided that I'm just going to leave it as it is, because this is supposed to be a learning curve, so the next build is better, rather than me just keep hammering the same build when it just clearly isn't going to work. I'm still proud of myself with some of the bedrooms and some of the decorating. Like, it definitely had potential. It's just I had already spent like close to 6-7 hours doing this build that I'm like, I need to let it go. I need to let it live. And for the next build, maybe we try and do something a bit smaller, because I do also actually have a basement in this build. So literally doing 3 large floors when I'm just starting out probably was not the smartest idea in the world. And I do now know that. So let's just be nice to me about that. And I will, for the next house on the lot next to it, it will be substantially smaller, and hopefully that means it'll be just better overall. I need some water. This is going to be a long voiceover because this speed build is 25 minutes long. Anyways, so I did actually really like how this bedroom specifically turned out. I just made it like kind of a pink teenager style bedroom. Now, look, there's a lot of trial and error here. There is a lot of trial and error. That's why originally this wasn't going to be a speed build. It was just going to be like a build video. But I just decided that it was going to be way too annoying to edit. So this is what we're getting instead. And also me trying to get screenshots at the end is hilarious. I just could not cut it out. It was so funny. But yeah, if you're expecting an amazing build, this is not the video to watch, okay? I do actually have other videos on my channel of me doing like Let's Play series and Legacy series, which is probably a lot more fun and exciting to watch than me being terrible at building. Now, I was trying really, really hard to make like a nice book nook corner with like the chair underneath. I tried so many times to make this work and I just could not get it to work. So I did actually end up deleting the entire thing, a little bit of a spoiler. So if you think it doesn't look good, I agree, and I got rid of it. So it's just, I find it really hard to not be super hard on myself with my builds. Like, I watch other people's builds and even they will do something I don't necessarily love, but I still think it looks good. Whereas I will do anything and I will hate all of it. So, and then I also had a lot of trouble with the stairs for some reason later on. It just like wouldn't let me place them. So I almost gave up on this build entirely, but luckily it eventually just worked. I'm not sure. But I did get Lil Simsy's collaboration kit, which is the Cozy Gamer kit. And I used a ton of clutter from that throughout this whole house. I absolutely love the clutter that came in that kit. I also just want to support Little Simsy as a whole, so I don't actually usually buy all the packs that come in Sims 4 because it's so expensive. Like the new hobbies and business pack that's just come out or that you can pre-order is 60 Australian dollars. I don't know. I do really want to buy it though, so let me know if you guys actually want to see a review on it because then I'll buy it. But I just think that's ridiculous. $60 is insane, and the fact there's so many packs. Like I have quite a few packs, I do. I just bought them really far apart from each other because it's just so expensive. I can't believe it's still that expensive. I don't know. They did do a huge base game update though, which I am appreciative of, and they did give us new kitchen counters, which I think I do end up using in this build actually. The kitchen I really struggled with as well, but we're not even down to the ground floor yet and I'm already concerned about the kitchen. But yeah, I did end up just kind of making this landing just a little cozy corner area. I did really want it to be a cozy book nook, but as we did see, that absolutely did not work. Now I really do like this hanging light. Okay, me trying to get a screenshot. I probably should have cut that out, but anyways. But yeah, I actually really like this pendant light. I do end up keeping it. It just gets moved around a ton. Now for this bedroom, I don't really know what age range I was going for this bedroom in particular. I was thinking maybe pre-teen, and it's all blue to like kind of match with the all pink room, but this is definitely for a younger kid than the pink room is. I do end up deleting that bathtub in the corner. That was supposed to be another bathroom, but it just did not work with the floor plan. So I did end up deleting it, and I just make this room a lot bigger. Also, how cute is that little light? It's got little cats on it. That is adorable. And then yeah, I just try to make this kind of makeshift poster wall, which I actually kind of like how they turned out. I do like a lot of the rooms singularly. I do like them. It's just all of them in the same house I don't like. I think I just really went too over the top for my first ever build. But that's okay. We've learnt from this. And yeah, I think the next build video I'm going to do is a apartment revamp, because I think that'll just be a little bit easier than having to come up with a whole floor plan and house and all sorts. I think it's just really overwhelming. So I think maybe a little break doing an apartment and then coming back and then building the next house could be fun. And also because I'm just really in the mood to decorate an apartment, because like I do essentially have a dream apartment in my mind, but I would never dream of living in an apartment, if that makes sense. I've always wanted my own home, but I would really love to decorate an apartment. So I'm quite keen about that. But yeah, so this second floor actually took me way too long. I also did do the bathroom kind of this whole black theme, which I do really like. I know we're not in the bathroom, but I forgot to actually talk about it. So I do actually like how the bathroom came out up here. As I said, I do like all the rooms singularly. It's just all together, I don't know. But yeah, then I decided to do the basement floor, and I did leave the ground floor to last because it was stressing me out too much. Now, a lot of these kids' bedrooms are just very, very vibrant colors. Like it's one specific color that just takes over the whole room. For instance, this one's like purple and pink. But I kind of like that. Like I feel like sometimes people make these kids' rooms way too pretty and aesthetic when they're just not that, you know what I mean? It's just going to be pure chaos like this is. So I tried really hard to use a lot of rugs and carpets in this build as well, especially because with the basement, obviously they don't have any windows. So I was just trying to really vibrant, like up the rooms a bit. So I did think it was a little bit weird to have bedrooms with no windows in the basement, but then I thought about it. I'm like, realistically, these are young kids' bedrooms. How long are they going to be spending down here? You know what I mean? The primary bedroom is actually also down here, but minor details. So yeah, I did actually spend quite a while in this room just finding the right decals, but then I moved on to what is the primary bedroom. Now, I'm not actually the biggest fan of how this turned out because I did choose quite a loud wallpaper. You'll know when we land on it, because I wanted to do like maybe an exposed brick type of look, but I just couldn't get it to look how I wanted it to. I think it's because there was no natural lighting coming into the room, so it just was not going to work. But I do watch Vixella, I don't know if that's how you say it, on YouTube, and she, for her Sims build, she always uses such vibrant and fun wallpapers, which really inspired me to try and use more of them. Hence why I've been using wallpaper so much in this build. And I think it did actually make it a lot more fun to build, because sometimes I get a little bit scared about such vibrant colors. So as I said, I don't love how this one turned out, but I'm still proud of myself for giving it a go. Again, trying to find a rug is always a bit of a debacle. Now, this actually doesn't have an ensuite, but it goes into a study that is connected to the bedroom. Now, as I've said with pretty much every single room, now that I'm realizing, I didn't love how the study turned out. It was okay, but I think it was just too big of a space to work with. And I also did struggle with the wall art a little bit. I probably would have gone with something else now looking at it, but again, we tried our best, and I think that's all that matters. And I did just add that little Sims 4 painting just because I thought it was silly and funny. Now, I did use the desk from the new Cozy Gamer kit, and am absolutely obsessed with it, may I say. I think I will be using that desk in every single build ever, and the desk chair that comes with it and the little gaming setup is absolutely perfect. I just think it's such a good pack, and I feel like it is super worth it for what you're paying. I haven't actually played any gameplay with the pack at all, but from just building, I've been absolutely loving it. Again, I try to do the whole bookcase thing and I just couldn't get it to work. Okay, now this is present day, so this was actually from today. I decided that I hated all the windows and I wanted to redo them all, and then I put the house back up onto an actual foundation because I found out how to do that by watching someone else's video. So then I went back and did that. Now I still don't know how I feel about the windows. I'm not the biggest fan. But as I said, I was just going to drive myself insane by continuously changing them, that I just had to give up on the dream of liking the windows and move on with my life. So if you don't like the windows, it's okay, because same. Now, I did have to add the hedges back, and I did actually end up changing the wall height to small. So they were medium originally, and I changed them to small, which meant that I had to move all the windows again. So yeah, so this is where I put the kitchen originally. I did use these lovely kind of black and white marble looking kitchen, but I just decided that wasn't going to work, and I deleted the whole thing and then actually just moved the whole previous layout about. So that like lounge chair and TV, that was just there to know that I was going to put a lounge room there. It was not what I was actually going to use. So this is when I decided that I actually hate medium wall height for this build, and we changed it to small wall height, which then of course in turn meant that I had to move all of the windows. But then I did also add this kind of like white trim around the house just to kind of split up the first and second floor, and I think that did help a lot. And I also do realize now that I accidentally raised the backyard fence on a foundation, so let's just ignore that. Look, no one's going to be wanting to download this house, so it doesn't matter. This is pretty much for comedic purposes, and then hopefully one day I'll get better at it. But yeah, this one I decided that I hate all of it and I'm moving everything. So yeah, I did end up moving the kitchen to this corner. I was going to try and use some curtains, but it just was not the vibe for today. I had already spent so long on this house that I didn't even like very much, that I wasn't about to put curtains on all these windows, because there's a lot of windows in this house actually, but that's fine. Look, I was trying to make up for the fact that we had a basement, I think. Now, I know this seems a bit weird because, like, why would I not just connect the counters to the actual kitchen counters? Like, why would I put them like that? And to be honest, I don't know. I was just in a weird mood and I wanted to put a plant there. So hope you guys don't mind. But yeah, there was a lot of trial and error going on here. I do actually like the kitchen. I do. I just feel like it doesn't really go with the vibe of the house. I feel like I was trying to add too many different aesthetics and too many different vibes into the same house, and it just wasn't going to work. Like, each floor looks like it's from a completely different build, but that's okay. Look, we're learning. We're learning. And I think that's just what's important here. So please don't bully me, guys. I know it's not the best. But yeah, I was really struggling with carpets. There is a lot of nice carpets in the game that I do really like. Just none of them were the right size or fitting the vibe properly. I did end up using this fluffy carpet, which I actually do quite like. And then I kind of just added a little bit of wall art. Now, I just wanted to keep them all the same frame color. And then I used actually the same painting that I used in the bedroom in the kitchen, but minor detail. And then I was really struggling on how to break up this space, because it's such an open plan that I was originally going to put a bathroom there as well, but decided it was just a bit too random. Like, walking into the house straight to a bathroom was a little strange. So then I ended up getting rid of that. And then I was trying to figure out how I could fit in a living room. And there's just like not enough space for a living room. There was not enough space. I did end up making it work. And then I was like, maybe a little desk setup. No, it looked absolutely horrendous. So yeah. And then I was like, maybe a bar. No, Hannah, there is not enough space for a bar in this house. Surprisingly, it's 3 floors and I still couldn't even fit a bar. Minor detail. And then, yeah, literally no backyard space either, but it's fine. I just tried to put so much on one lot. I don't know what I was thinking, but that's okay. And then I decided to do kind of the sunk-in living room again, because that's what I was going to do originally, then decided not to do it. And then here I am doing it again. But the game was giving me a lot of hard time trying to figure this out, because I've watched other people do it all the time. And then, of course, when I try and do it, the game's like, no, freaking out on me. So I do actually like how this came out a little bit. I do like that I did sink in the living room, because I think it gave the main floor just a little bit more structure than what it did have, because like it was kind of just a blank nothingness, because there's no bedrooms, no bathrooms, you know, like anything on the main floor. But yeah, this is me literally just trying to find bits and bobs to fill up the space a bit more. I did have a bit of trouble trying to clutter up this little section next to the door, because of the sunken living room. It wouldn't really let me move objects that close to the half wall, which did cause a couple issues. So, and then I was trying to change the color of the top of the half wall and I couldn't figure out how to do it. And I've done it before, so I don't know why I was struggling, but yeah. And then this is me trying to save the front of the house again. I think the planter boxes did help, but I'm still not a fan of the windows, but that's okay. Look, it's fine. It's fine. And then, yeah, it took me literally so long to find a carpet for this little sunken living room. I think I spent like probably 20 minutes trying to find a carpet I actually liked. So that was good. And then, yeah, I actually really like those little clear shelves that I used. I haven't used them before, and when I found them, I was very, very excited about them. I did also make this house suitable for a cat, or I guess a dog as well, but I do put a cat tower on the second floor, so probably more suitable to a cat. So yeah, just cluttered up those with random stuff. I know you can like alt move the objects so you can kind of fit a lot more on the shelves, but I was already really pushing it with my patience that I wasn't going to try and figure out how to do that. So maybe another time, guys. But then, yeah, I just really cluttered this space up because it just doesn't really look like a family home on the ground floor. And as you can see, I think there's like, 4 kids' bedrooms. So it's clearly a large family home. So I was trying to make it feel a little bit more homey. I don't know if I really achieved at that very well, because I feel like I was, again, just trying to do way too many things at once in the same build. But it's fine, you know, I did end up not minding what I did around the door. I don't even know if that door is usable because of that plant in that bowl, but I'm probably never going to play in this house. It's purely just to learn how to build. But yeah, this is where I was having some trouble with the half wall, because I wanted to push stuff up against it, but I just couldn't. And then I tried to change the color of the kitchen, and then I just didn't like it, because I thought maybe I wanted to lighten up a bit, but then I put it back to the black counters because I mean the wall color is quite a light color, so it did look a bit weird to have light kitchen counters and light wall, but I think the all black may have been a bit too much as well. But then I added a big fat plant right as you walk in the door to try and save it a little bit, because I wasn't the biggest fan. And also the stair situation in this house is really strange as well, but again, we're trying our best, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And then, yeah, I had to keep moving around all the windows every 5 seconds. And then I put an easel there, forgetting that I had an easel on the second floor. So I did end up having to delete that easel on the second floor and then putting something else there. So it was a bit of a mission. But yeah, then I just had this weird blank wall that I didn't know what to do with. So I just put in a lamp because I didn't know what else to do there. I was trying to find some art and I couldn't find any that I liked. But then, yeah, this is where I move everything around again. Now, the game was giving me a really hard time as well, trying to do this. So, yeah, my patience was wearing very thin. I did also leave a lot of these empty wall art things around the house, so you can put your own family portraits in it. Not that I ever will play in this house, but I just feel like it made more sense to have family photos because it's a family home rather than just a bunch of like expensive looking art. But then, yeah, I was trying to change this corner a little bit. I did end up getting a little bit of a bookcase in, and then I just put those little two chairs. No, I didn't. What did I end up doing? I put a cat tree. That's right. So I ended up putting a cat tree there. It looks a little goofy, but I just could not figure out what to do with the space. I was thinking I could put another desk, but that doesn't really, it's a bit of a strange place to put it, so I just gave up altogether. And then, yeah, I just came down to the ground floor. I added in some lighting. This is a little bit weird. I don't really know why I did that neon light trick thing there, but it's there now, and I'm not going to go change it. But then this is me coming back to the study to try and finish it, because I was just struggling with having this much space. I just did not know what I wanted. But then I ended up getting the matching like 8 cube set to put in just a bunch of clutter, which I guess it looks okay. I'm not the biggest fan. Like, I love the furniture. I just don't love what I did with it. But by this point, I just wanted to get this build done. So, you know, that's kind of the vibe that was happening. And then again, it was just because this is such a busy wallpaper. I was really struggling to find art that I liked on these walls. So I ended up just going with like these kind of modern looking art that I actually don't really like, but it filled up the wall. So then I was trying to fix the backyard, because originally the door to the outside was going to be on the other side of the house, but I ended up moving it. I was trying so hard to get a pool in, it just was not working. So I got rid of the pool, added some plant boxes, got a little barbecue, and then I ended up getting a little hopscotch thing for the kids. And then I couldn't figure out what to put next to the barbecue. I think I ended up putting a plant from memory. And then, yeah, I tried to put like more shrubbery and it just wasn't working. So I just put down one plant, I think. And then I also just put down this kind of little, yeah, one of those little tables next to the barbecue to try and, I don't know, it just made sense in my head. We don't ask questions. And then this is me trying to get some lovely clips for you guys of what I did, and failing at it miserably, because how do people do those little walking tours of the homes they build? I don't know. I don't know how to do it, okay? I do not know. And if someone could let me know how they do that, that would be amazing. Like, is it a mod? Or am I just really bad at using the camera on Sims? I don't know. Maybe I need to change the settings of my mouse or something? I don't know. I tried really hard to get a cute little vibey video, and then this is what I got. So let's also remember that this is me trying my best. So please do not bully me. Okay, guys, I'm trying, I promise. My other Let's Play videos are a lot more fun than this. Okay, let's all just remember that. But yeah, I was just trying really hard to clutter up the space, because I feel like my number one problem with trying to decorate anything is I just don't give it enough clutter, and then it just looks really empty. But I also have never really built without being on a budget before, because the only times I've ever built anything is so when I'm doing a Let's Play or if I'm just playing around with Sims. Like, I'm never really just building just because. So this is all very new for me. Anyway, now we're looking at the second floor. This is the landing. I kind of wish I got rid of those little starlights now that I'm looking at it, but it's fine. You know what? I don't care. It's done now. So, but I feel like the space could have been really, really cute. Like, I know what I was going for. I just wish I could have executed it a bit better, but that's okay. Look, we tried our best. We did try our best. Yeah, I was having a really rough time trying to get these shots. I wasn't going to just crop this all out, but I thought it was really funny, so I feel like we had to watch it together. And then there's that cat tower there. I do really like it, but it kind of clips with the windows, which looks a bit funny, but I just did not know what else to put there. And then this is actually quite a funny shot of the bathroom. I was trying to get a cute shot of it, and then I just, yeah. Also, I should have moved that bathrobe, because I put a window there and I didn't realize the bathrobe was on that wall. So now it's just hanging off the window, but there's a lot of issues with this house. So the bathroom is the smallest of my problems. But yeah, this is me trying to get a shot of it and failing miserably, because what is that? So, you know, hopefully the next one isn't as bad. But then this is the kids' room. I actually do really like it. Again, I needed to move the windows, and I think I did off camera. I can't actually remember. And then this is like the teen girls' bedroom, which is actually quite stunning. I did quite like that bedroom, but that is probably the best room of the house. And then this is me trying to get a screenshot for my thumbnail. I did give up. I did give up on getting a screenshot for the thumbnail, and I think I just ended up using the picture of the front of the house again, because I'm lazy and I just wanted to give up. So, Again, me trying to get a screenshot for so long. I think I spent about 10 minutes. I cut out a ton of it, of me trying to get a screenshot of this room and failing absolutely miserably. So, but yeah, actually genuinely though, if you guys know how to do those kind of walkthrough vibes that they do in these build videos, please let me know, because I was failing real bad at it. And I was trying so hard to, which is what makes it even sadder. But this is I just realized there's not a door to get out to the balcony. The balcony is purely just there just cause. Guys, this is the first build. It can only go up from here. Please. Please, it can only go up from here. We can only hope that it'll only get better from here. Oh goodness, that's so embarrassing. The fact I didn't even notice. I don't even think I could add a door there because it's like the kids' room. So I just don't even think the balcony is usable. I'm just going to act like that was a design choice. And then this is me trying to fix the windows yet again and failing miserably to do so. So sorry this was a bit of a pessimistic build video, but I just, I feel like I had to share this with you guys. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of it, but this is just the reality of me trying to teach myself how to build. Is it the worst house in the world? No. Am I going to get made fun of for this? Probably. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in a couple days for an actual fun Let's Play video and not me failing at building a house. Bye guys.